Now, I understand there were multiple variables that adjusted the strategies you had when you were starting Born Primitive, including the name, to the CrossFit boom that you guys underwent, and the algorithms changing on social media, and of course COVID and the impacts that it affect all of our lives. What ways do you and your company stay ahead of the events changing the landscape when it comes to apparel, brand deals, and the supply and demand of the industry as a whole?
Yeah. Things are always changing. I think that is the biggest challenge, is you have to be ahead of those. Your tactics have to evolve, right? So things that we were doing 3 years ago on social media don't work anymore, right? The short answer is just to be ready to adapt, and don't get complacent. As soon as you think you've figured it out, usually things are about to change. So very rarely are you riding this super comfortable, consistent wave of like, oh, we're on cruise control.
Yeah.
Part of COVID, we were on cruise control because like things got crazy for a while in a good way for online businesses. And that gave us a tailwind that actually caused us to get pretty complacent in a lot of areas. And then when we got the headwind more recently into 2022 and into 2023 with inflation, all these crazy things, business has had to get really, really dialed in. Because a lot of businesses, aren't around anymore because of it. Yeah. So it was almost like, we had this big tailwind and everything's awesome. We're good at everything. And you have this false sense of like abilities.
Yeah.
Part of most of it was because the economy was injected with all this free capital that, it's like, if you're getting $2,000 a month that you didn't have before, and you don't have to pay your rent because the landlord legally can't evict you. And all of a sudden, let's do some online shopping. So it was like, you know what I mean? It's like fishing with dynamite, man. Like you're trying to sell these leggings, like those look awesome, And then it turned around. Now people are paying $8 for a gallon of milk, and gas was expensive, yada yada. Now selling an $80 pair of leggings becomes a lot harder. So you have to be much more dialed in how you're doing things, how you're spending your money, how you're spending marketing dollars, etc. So, but it's awesome because it's made us better. I mean, we're so much better than we were 2 years ago because we needed that kind of external pressure to really force us to change, but it's constant, right? So that's the short answer is like you just have to constantly be evolving. Part of it is we just have a lot of smart people in this building that are way smarter than me, and as a collective, we're all kind of have a finger on the pulse of what's going on, and we challenge each other, and there's always good ideas floating around in this room that keep the ball rolling.
Sure that common theme that you've realized throughout your career and life is be around smarter people.
Yeah.
And
that's right.
It's part of the battle of humility.
If you're the smartest in the room or the fastest or the, whatever, find a new room.